Hi, it's Justin here from Domaine of the Bee. Welcome to all of our friends, to our wine club members, to anyone who loves wine who stumbled across this video. This is the first in a series of harvest videos for this 2018 harvest. And we're just trying to film a series of short 1 or 2 minute long shots just to explain what happens during vintage, what we're doing, what we're up to. So this first video is before the vintage has started. We may be going to pick one of our blocks on Tuesday, it's now Sunday, and I'm sitting here in the Combe de Loire vineyard, which is usually the last to ripen, and just looking over how the grapes are performing, how they're ripening, and trying to work out when it's ready to pick. And so I guess the first decision and the most important decision during vintage is when you do pick. And I wanted to sort of share what those criteria are, and what makes a vineyard ready to pick, and when the grapes are right or not. So what are those criteria? So here we are with a bunch of Grenache grapes. Nice typical looking bunch. Turn it around, all the grapes seem to be pretty much the same colour except this little tiny pink one here, which hasn't ripened properly. All even quite small sized. So the first determination is really, are they sweet enough? You need to measure the sugar level. You also need to determine, have they got the right level of acidity. If the acid is falling too fast, then you need to pick to retain enough fresh acidity. Then really you have to determine whether the grape tastes ripe. Are the flavours there? Are they developed? Crucially also, are the tannins in the skin ripe enough? Are they going to give you some green flavours in your wine, or are they going to give a lovely structural tannin characteristics? And one of the key things to look for also is the pips. Are they lignified and woody, or are they still green and bitter when you bite into them? So we'll be just tasting a few grapes in a minute just to see what we think, how we're going here in this vineyard. We'll also be taking some samples, which I'll talk about in a little while in another video, to explain how we sample a vineyard to try and get a representative sample of grapes so we can measure that sugar level and the acidity level to determine whether we think it's ready or not. Welcome.